Good afternoon and welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View. Yeah, good morning. Still morning, isn't it? It's still morning. These early games just get you all wrong. These early games do get you all wrong. We are just waiting on the Celtic team being announced in roughly around about 15 minutes or so. Just do that. Right, there we go. That's fine. Uh, get a few people on for the live. Let me just do this. Celtic, Celtic are poised to make a major statement to the stock exchange, which means they're on about the deal for Matt O'Reilly. Matt O'Reilly, the announcement is yet to be made. When Celtic make a lot of money like that, they have to make it to the stock exchange. Yesterday, an image of the fielder boarding plane. Yep, one pleasurable reason for the delay could be Celtic's approach for the official statement to the London Stock Exchange. It'll be announced Monday morning. Celtic PLC are required to notify the Financial Transactions Authority of record-breaking deals. That will get the share price, that will bump up the share price on Monday morning. I am starving. I've not even had any breakfast yet. Hail from Bulgaria. Morning, Baz. Got to start Adam and Paulo today. Yes, we have that. I'll jump into the comments in a minute. Whilst we are on quickly, there was the very first members only video. The reason that you want to become a member is there is no adverts whatsoever on the members' videos. There's no adverts in between, there's no adverts at the beginning, there's no adverts at the end. So if you want to become a member and see more videos with no adverts, become a member. I'll drop the link. Because I would like to do all the videos without adverts in them. But it is YouTube, and the missus said I've got bills to pay. As they say, join here, just get this clip, and then I'll pump this into here. If you haven't joined, join there, and you'll start. And then all the videos that come up on, pin that to the top. Yeah, all the videos that will be in the membership area. There's going to be more videos on a weekly basis. The more members there are, the more videos that you'll get. It's as simple as that. I just watch you. I just used to YouTube. 4-1 today, says James Gunn. Right, let's get back to that news, breaking news this morning that Celtic are poised to make a major stock exchange statement tomorrow morning. Is the break? Pardon me, but there's breaking news this afternoon. I need to get the Twitter feed up for Celtic because it's not Twitter. To get the team news as soon as it comes out. Own deals. We'll just do this. Celtic Football Club. Match day. Trip to Paisley. And they're at the stadium 13 minutes ago. They're at the stadium. Follow for match day live shout. Put your expertise to the test. Take the hoops. Take on the St. Mirren this afternoon. Take the FC quiz. Not got time for that, mate. But what I need to do is I need to go on to this and just get ready to get the team news up. Right, so I'll just take a minute. I'll do this, and as soon as the team news has been released, we'll get it right on your screens. But before then, we'll jump into the comments section and see who is all on board this morning. Gerald Johnson was first up in morning, but as I think Adam will score a double today. Hopefully Bernardo can get one. I've been saying for the past 6 months about Bernardo, so watch him. He never loses the ball. Exactly. I think he's going to make us think about nobody but Paulo Bernardo for the next couple of seasons. Liam Miles in the T1 is morning Baz. Tam Max in the house. Stephen Johnston. Big shout out to Stephen Johnson. Stephen, there's a lot of comments for you and a lot of love on a lot of the other videos. So just to know that they are out there, and I do try and obviously tell you about as many of the comments as possible. But there's absolutely loads. It's brilliant, mate. Honestly, it's really good. And if you haven't watched the video on the members area, jump on after the live and before the game and watch that video in the members area. Just And I have shaved since this morning's video. And Nelly Boy says, morning, Baz. Carly's in the house. Bobby is in the house. Patrick's in the house from Bulgaria. Morning Baz says Roseanne. Morning Baz says Jim F. Scott Wallace in the house. Desmond Donnelly's in the house. He says that we need to start Adam and Paolo today. I think we will. Lanky, he'll probably be the same team as last week and a swap Matt for Bernardo. Do you think that he's going to start the one? Why would he start with Dyson up front, Lanky? Why would he start with Dyson up front rather than Adam Ida? Just a thought. Do you know you've got a striker in? I think it was a bit early to get Adam Ida on the pitch last week. It was a bit early to get him in after the fact that he just had that transfer, but he's had a full week's training, so I think that he'll go with the recognised striker rather than the third choice striker. Just a thought. Just a thought. This is a tartan tin of paint. Morning, Baz, and the Celtic family. Bobby's in. Easy win the day, lads. Well, let's hope it is easy. Good making, Baz. Good making. Good morning, even. Lanky says good morning to all. Did MK Dons have a selling clause for O'Reilly? I don't think so. I'm not too sure because there was a clause in his contract that said if there is a £1.5 million offer comes in, that was a release clause. And generally, when there's a release clause, there's not a sell-on clause. So I think that Celtic, if there isn't, it's fair play to Celtic, and they've got an absolute cracking deal out the whole thing. Expect a big battle from St Mirren today. Yep, and I'll need to get on Kev, Scotsman and Tenerife, to wind him up a bit. JJ says, how come Celtic makes news when we have notified the stock exchange? All teams need to do that. Except Rangers, because they're not on the stock exchange. Morning, everyone. Let's do this today. Chilpel says, I'm going for the Rolls now. Going for the morning rolls. Ah, good old morning rolls. Heard Rangers were watching Brendan with the Sevco. Lindsay's in the house today. Scott Wallace, CK. Maida's scoring goals. Baz, I'm excited with the Matt O'Reilly transfer. Paolo Bernardo is going to show us how good he really is. Yep, says Supermax 67. Celtic Soul says your opinion changes like the Scottish weather. My opinion changes on what? On what? What has it changed about this time? Your comments change like the Scottish weather. Or your comments are like the Scottish weather. Baz goes, Joe's Docherty is going for 6-0 coming out of Ireland today. Hugh's going for morning. Baz, Paradise Found. Yeah, Matt O'Reilly was a buy it now price. If it was a buy it now price, if it was a release clause, it was a release clause that was in his contract that he signed. First offer of 1.5 million that comes in for him. So Celtic have got an absolute cracker. Bernardo will make us forget about Matt O'Reilly quickly. Yep. Morning, Baz. We Jimmy for the Philippines. So here we go. Coming in for the Philippines. We're coming in for Belgium this morning. Morning, folks. Says Martin K. Celtic Soul says transfers. Transfers. I've always said that transfers never changes on transfers. We haven't got them in quick enough. We haven't got. Well, you've just. Let me just see this. And then you're gone, Celtic Soul. You're gone for the day. It's nice to be nice. You be abusive. Call me names. You're gone. So later. Anyway, this is why I'm going to put it back to subscribers only. I think I'm going to put the chat back to subscribers only. Celtic Soul, no need. He's gone and he's done and dusted for 24 hours. Celtic Soul, who's shot your cornflakes? Rangers aren't on the stock exchange. That's because they died. It's a hun. I'll take 1-0 as long as we stay top. Yep, Celtic Soul. I get a lot of dig. I don't care. I've got a button here that I could say he doesn't get seen for 24 hours. I've got another button that says he doesn't get seen on the channel at all. And if he's going to come out with fucking nonsense shit like that, do you know, call me names and stuff, he'd never get seen again. Simple. Going for a good Baz. It's Lindsay. He's a hun. He's a kid on Tim. Exactly. Anyway, they're just a dead club. Better keep them subs only. It's a good way of keeping it the Huns. To weed out the Huns, yeah, it does that. But I decided to change it just slightly. Please no Bucky chat. I've been off it since May, says Lanky, who's going for the morning rolls. Anyway, when it comes to the Celtic team, we are just waiting. It's probably going to be about 2 or 3 minutes before the team does come out. It's a massive, massive day for Brendan Rodgers to decide on what play. He's going to go for Adam Ida, surely. You're not going to play Dyson through the middle. You're not going to play Dyson through the middle when you've got Adam sitting there on the bench. And he wasn't a subscriber because we're on 18,307. We are on our way to 18,500 subscribers before. Can we do it in 5 days? Can we get 200 subscribers in 5 days? We did about that in 7 days last week. So yeah, hopefully we can get the 200. It'll jump up next Friday because I'm going to go on a marathon. I am going to go on a deadline day marathon. Hopefully Celtic will not need to be doing any business on the Friday. I think if it does get down to the Friday and we're still got transfer business to do, it's going to be a left back and a centre back, isn't it? And hopefully we can get the young guy from Liverpool. Hopefully we can get the young guy for Liverpool in as the left back because that's Brendan Rodgers' preferred player. At least get one or two of his preferred players in. Get rid of him permanently, but spastic is a disgusting word. Yes, it is. And actually, where is he? Celtic Soul. Yeah, I've just had news off the channel. Considering that we do have members on this, welcome Jason Quinn to the One Celtic fans, especially since we do have members that have difficulties on this channel, right? And yeah, I've just banned them. I've just banned them for life. We do have members that actually are on the channel that do have disabilities, and we are a club to all. And using the word like that, that's it. He's gone. So yeah, he's gone. And thanks for bringing that up because I've got rid of him for 24 hours. But nah, you can't be using words like that when we do have member. And I try to include anyone that comes forward and says that they've got any kind of disabilities or anything. They get a big major shout out on this channel. And for to use a word like that, you can just fuck off, mate. Go and watch fucking one of the other channels that are run by Tory journals. Anyway, that's me. That's the grumpy bit done and dusted. We've got 1 minute to go when Celtic does release the team. There's the team. The team is out. Schmeichel, Johnson, Carter Vickers, Scales, Taylor, McGregor, Bernardo, Hatate, Forrest, Maida, and Adam Ida starts. Paulo Bernardo starts. Adam Ida starts. We are on the road again. James Forrest starts, which means that Nico Kuhn is on the bench. On the bench is Sinisalo, Palma, Kyogo is on the bench, Kuhn's on the bench, Yang's on the bench, Ohm's on the bench, Ralston's on the bench, Welsh is on the bench, and young Turley makes the bench again. The young lad coming out of Belfast makes the bench again. His dad will be over the moon. Magnificent day for the Turley household for him getting on the bench again. Let me just get it up on this. And I've got to say that is a cracking team uploads. It's the team that I thought he would go for, so I was right. I thought he would go with the one and only Adam Ida up front, which I think was a fantastic move. Let me just do this, and then download it to then upload it. Transparent background. Just 2 seconds, and we'll get it on your screen. On your screen, save that up. Image. Hang. There we go, and it should be on your screen now. Nope, that's the wrong image, Buzz. It's not on the screen. I don't know. There's an image somewhere that's just cancel that. And on the screen now. Schmeichel, Johnson, Carter Vickers, Scales, Taylor, McGregor, Bernardo, Hatate, Forrest, Dyson, Maeda, and Adam Ida going through the front. That's the team that I predicted Celtic would put out this afternoon. On the bench, On the bench, it is an equally impressive on the bench. Sinisalo, Palmer, Kyogo, Kuhn, Yang, Ohm, Ralston, Welsh, and young Turley. I would say for the bench, we do need another defender in. We do need another defender in. You've got young Turley that's coming into that game also. But with the new players that come in next week, what does it mean for Odom Owen? What does it mean for Yang? I think those are the players that will drop out of the bench. They will drop off the bench. And I would even say if somebody else comes in, they're going to keep Welsh. It's going to be interesting. Can Louis Palmer improve as a player to try and get into this first team squad on a weekly basis? It's going to be interesting. I tell you, this is probably one of the biggest week. I didn't think he would drop Kuhn today. Well, he's done it. Nothing happening on Monday, Baz. It's a bank holiday here. So it is. I think they can still make the statement though, because they can release the details to the stock exchange. But then you're right. You're right. It's the bank. It's the bank. It's the August bank holiday, isn't it? Anyway, Craig says looking forward to Bernardo. He's very underrated in his opinion. I think he's going to be a fantastic player for us. Hail from Germany. Looks like a good lineup. I'm on the hoops. Desmond Donnelly is announced. That was from Stephen Cassidy's coming from Germany. So that's we've got quite a few people around the world, as we always do. Seamus says Andy Town is best. Congratulations to Ardoin getting to the Turley boy. Supermax 67 off to Benidorm, aka Hunt Central in 2 weeks for the first time there. Why are you going to Benidorm? Listen, there's a place about an hour down the road from Benidorm that is Irish heaven. Right? It's a place called Cabo Roig. It has a strip like Benidorm, but it's all Irish bars. It's all Irish bars. Right? There is only one hotel down there. It doesn't have all the hotels that Benidorm has, but it's Little Ireland. It's like the Brits got Benidorm and the Irish got Cabo Roig. It's absolutely brilliant. I'd go up to Benidorm for work. That's it. I'd never go to Benidorm if it wasn't on my doorstep and I could nip up for work. I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't go there. I think it's a horrible. It's not a horrible place. It's just not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea. Anyway, can smoke more weed now, but can you? There you go. Palmer's got to show more. Yes, he has, and he needs to stop being selfish. I think Louis Palmer can sometimes be just that little bit too selfish and tries to do the spectacular when he's not really spectacular, and I think that's what lets him down as a player. I'll say it again. Bernardo reminds me of Petrov. Reminds me of Petrov. He does a bit, doesn't he? He does a bit. Benidorm is full of Huns. It is full of Huns. It is that. And I try not to do video just to work up there. Go to Santa Ponza. It's great crack. Yeah, Santa Ponza is Little Ireland also. And I know a few Irish guys that actually stay in Santa Ponza. Even Alicante. Alicante is nicer than Benidorm. Alicante is where I'm heading to watch the game this afternoon. As soon as we finish this, I've got to rush up to Alicante. So the missus better hurry up and get out of the shower because there's only like about 15 minutes to go. But yeah, I'm heading up to the Alicante to watch the game up there. And it's the Fergus McCann Alicante Celtic Supporters Club. The Fergus McCann Alicante Celtic Supporters Club. The Alicante Celtic Supporters Club, Fergus McCann. I'm going to put a link up. So if you can give them some love, if you are on Facebook, there is the club. It's quite a new club. It's been around for a couple of years. But anyway, that's the Alicante Celtic Supporters Club. Nip on there said that that's what part of Spain they live in. Just about 20 minutes from Alicante. This side, not the Benidorm side. This side. So it's right next to Alicante. Just 20 minutes from Alicante city centre. That's why I'm heading on. What a miserable day. Pissing down, very windy, typical Glasgow weather. Can Celtic... Celtic will manage that, no problem. Hail from Corby. Either hat-trick today. Will he get a hat-trick? Gerald Johnson says, morning, Baz. Morning to Stephen Johnson, all our brothers and sisters. Ewan Boy Martin says, Palmer is a one-trick pony. I would cash him in. would you cash him in already? He's not done enough to he's not improved enough for us to make a decent enough sell on. I think he's got another season that he needs to improve, and then we'll take it from there. One Gerald says having a few castle lagers here in South Africa. Watch the boys. I'm forgetting it. We've got Germany, we've got Belgium, we've got South Africa, we've got the Philippines. We've got Spain. My old man stays in Alicante bars, watches your channel. There you go. Does he go to the Alicante Celtic Supporters Club bar? Because if he is, he'll see me there this afternoon. Tell him to get down to Austin's. Tell him to get down to Austin's. Phone him just now and say, get down to Austin's and watch the game. Get down to Austin's and watch the game. The more Celtic supporters that you can get. And there is around about 4 clubs within around about a half-hour drive of each other, round about here, which is absolute Celtic supporters clubs. But anyway, Kuhn must have a knock keeping him good for next week. Do you think so? Lank says, I would play Bernardo in the Kalmak role, or will be used as the number 10 role. Palmer has pitched his Chilwell. A big Scottish community in Corby Baz. Yep, there is that. And there's a cracking Scottish, and the English women that come from Corby are no bad. As you know, as I've been saying, Bernardo doesn't lose the ball. Watch him today. Hopefully, he can get in the score sheet along with Adam, big Adam Ida. Adam's double that you're going for. I think that it's going to be an interesting game, and I want young Turley to come on. The fact that young Turley's on the bench again, hopefully, if we go two or three up, you can bring young Turley on because I want him to start getting game time. Maybe it's too early, but I want to start seeing him getting some game time. Just about 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Just bring him into the. Sitting on the bench is fantastic for one of the younger players coming through the Celtic system, and getting him onto the bench is a fantastic achievement. But start bringing him in with 5 minutes to go, and then bring him on maybe about 10 minutes to go. Just giving him that little bit of experience towards the end of the games, as long as obviously we're winning or managing the game. We're just seeing the game out. If it's 1-0, managers aren't going to do that. They're not going to do that one bit whatsoever. Hail, boys and girls, says Brad. There you go, Brad. I got your. Anyway, just looking at the midfield, you can't see how tight, how light. We're just hoping for these signings. Yes, especially when you see the bench. I'll be pissed later from South Africa. But as the weather's not looking good for today, it doesn't really matter what the weather's look like. It's how we play on the pitch. And Celtic, I mean, the plenty of rain on the pitch means that the pitch won't be too dry. It won't get held up. I think it will probably allow Celtic to play a little bit better. It's all about how physical. And that's why Adam Ida's playing today, because I think that St Mirren will try and get physical the first half. But Celtic, when you watch it, watch your video earlier, Betamax video. I think Clementine's looking for the safe word. Eurotrip, yeah. Yeah, did you like the music? Did you like the music? The VHS music? That's wink wink. Palmer should get a move to Real Mallorca. You feel at home there. Yep. Ultimately, he wants a move to Spain, but he has to perform at Celtic, first of all. He has to perform at Celtic for a team in Spain to even notice him. And I think if he does it in the Champions League, there's more chance of him getting noticed then. He's not going to go to Atletico Madrid or anything like that. He's not going to go to one of the top teams. But there's teams like Elche that have went down that could spend a bit of money on him. I don't know. Anyway, looks like nasty Matt O'Reilly hole in that midfield. It looks like a big nasty Matt O'Reilly hole in that midfield. Robert, think back to the Scottish Cup final. Think back to how Matt O'Reilly was in the Scottish Cup final. And then look how the one and only Paulo Bernardo was in the second half. Paulo Bernardo changed the game for Celtic. Changed the game. He's a big game player. He knows that we know that he can do things in the big games. So saying that it's a big hole in the midfield with Matt O'Reilly not being there, I think Paulo Bernardo this afternoon is going to make a lot of people go, do you know what? Matt who? Listen, let's forget about Matt. He's gone. We're going to get 2 players in next week. Hail Baz Palmer was our best winger on stats last season. And there you go. But that was until the end of the season, until James Forrest came in. How many assists did Palmer get? He got quite a few. Hatate will now shine, says Anton. Let's hope so. Desmond says, Carly, I'm putting that on. I don't know what you're putting on. Enjoy the game, boys and girls. I've got from Oslo. Coming in from Oslo. Bernardo will score today. Lanky says, look at last season. Why did Brendan play Bernardo in the Champions League over other players? Exactly. Forgot about that, didn't we? Bernardo did play a lot of games in the Champions League. We need a left back, centre back as priority. Bernardo is aggressive and he has an engine and he is silky. Everybody in the club getting silky. Baz, I'll be watching the game here in Oz. I hope you're right, Baz. I think I'm always kind of ruined about that. Talking like Matt O'Reilly was here for 7 years, getting 25 goals a season. Carly has just dropped the mic and put in a reality check. Dropped the mic and put in the reality check. Spot on Baz. Palmer is too greedy. He comes on leaps and bounds and passed the ball and became more of a team player, says Gerald Johnson. He will get his move. He'll get his move to Spain if he does that. Spanish football would allow him that room to sort of manoeuvre a bit the way that he does like to, but I think that it's his final ball sometimes. Sometimes when he nips inside and then he tries to take on 2 players and he loses the ball. And it's like there was a pass about 3 steps ago. If you had passed it then, he's on the verge of being a really good player. And I think Brendan Rodgers will try and coach that into him. Palmer doesn't defend, says one guy. Laura says, hail, 3-0 today, on the hoops. Like I says, some fans can't see things when it is clear as day. Any notice of Mikey Johnson not in the squad? He must be off as well. Yep, Mikey Johnson will be heading down south this week. That's more than likely why he's not in the squad. Bernardo's movement reminds me of Petrov's first season, says Big Rab B. Willie Larson says, although there is a massive hole in the midfield today, I don't think there's a massive hole in the midfield today. There's been no holes in the club's bank balance, and that's what is more important to the board. Bernardo will show that he's Matt's ideal replacement. Well, if he's Matt's ideal replacement, who are the 2 midfielders that we're bringing in this week? Who are they going to replace? Because I think one will be Rio Hatate in the next transfer window. It will not be this one. I think we'll get this Champions League out of Rio Hatate, and then Hatate will move on. Tomorrow we'll find out more about Mikey Johnson. Will we find out more tomorrow, or will it be Tuesday? I think it's probably tomorrow that he'll probably head down south. Greg Taylor's scales get ripped apart in the Champions League. Yes, they do. That's why we need a left back and a left-sided defender going into the Champions League. Those are the 2 big positions that Brendan Rodgers will want to try and get filled within the next week. And let's just see if we can do that. So, who do you think will score first goal today? I'm going to go Bernardo. I think Paulo Bernardo will score the first goal today. Bernardo's got way more physicality than O'Reilly and some bite as well. Supply from Kuhn and Ida. Yep, and Kyogo. He will supply some good ones for that. Baz Boy, you're having a great show today. Cheers for that. Hoopy dog, doggy dog. Hoopity dog dog. This has probably got that wrong. Rodgers confirmed on Friday Mikey Johnson wasn't in today's squad. Yes, because he's still got a smashed push. Still got a smashed push. Let me just check one more thing before we go. Just do this. Wow, check the subscribers has just jumped up. It has just jumped up. 18,310. We're on the road to the 18,500 before the end of the transfer window. And been a good day so far. Yes, we would. Yes, that's what I was going to check. I have got a live going for right after the game, so that will be from the pub. So make sure that you jump back on after the game today, and I will come live from the Alicante Celtic Supporters Club. Fergus McCann Celtic Supporters Club in Alicante. I hope the guys don't mind. I hope they don't put loads of music on right after the game. So I have to go into the street. It probably will only be for about 5 to 10 minutes. It will be on my phone. It will not be on the laptop, so it'll not have all the usual graphics. But we will go live, and I'll try and get a chat to some of the guys up at the Alicante Celtic Supporters Club. Paul Bears does Liam Scales to score first goal. Liam Scales to score first goal. Ooh. Why has Raptors dropped Kuhn? Does anyone any ideas? He's maybe trying to keep him as fresh as he can for next week. Jason Quinn says, I agree, Baz. 100% these young players will prove Brendan has an eye for the Champions League. Bye for now, Hill says Lindsay. Jill Johnson says, welcome Jason Quinn to the group. Yes, because we did have a new member. Where is it? And if you want to become a member, and the reason that you need to become a member really is the fact that members' videos are ad-free. Members' videos are 100% ad-free, so you can become a member by pressing the link that's at the top of this chat. If you don't want to become a member, that's fine. Just sit and get paid per 1,000 views anyway, so it's cool. Anyway, on that note, Baz, you will fill 3 supporters' buses soon. That guy for the Celtic Supporters Association still hasn't got back to me. I'm going to speak to someone this afternoon about that. Boy Martin, Baz, I can see you hitting 19,000 on deadline day. Ah, come on, that would be awesome. But I think I'm going to go for a bit of a marathon on deadline day. I've already told the missus we're going to go for a bit of a marathon all day long, as much as we can, and with the lives, if any news. I'm hoping that it's going to be the fact that Celtic's business will be done and dusted, but you never know. Baz Ralston is playing from the start, and Ali Johnson's not in the squad. Yeah, Ali Johnson's. No, it's not. Celtic put the team out. So that's wrong unless Celtic have just made a change. Because I'm looking at the team that was put up by Celtic 19 minutes ago, and Johnston is starting. So you're wrong. You're looking at an old team. You're looking at an old team, whatever you're looking at. Unless Celtic have just changed it, but they haven't changed anything on their social media. So Schmeichel, Johnson, Carter Vickers, Scales, Taylor, McGregor, Bernardo, Hatate, Forrest, Maida is the team for the day. That's me done and dusted in this video. There is 18,311 subscribers. We are trying to get to 18.5 before the end of deadline day. Deadline day is going to be a fantastic day. We're going to be on as much as we can. We're going to pretty much do a marathon on deadline day to keep you updated as much as possible. And when it gets to the night time, hopefully there's not going to be anything to chat about because the Celtics business will be done and dusted. In this video, there's only been 1,266, which is it's always the same before the game. These videos never seem to get a lot, but we'll be live after the game from Alicante. There's currently 436 people on with 102 likes. Thank you everyone who has watched the video and channel today. AG kept for the derby. Alistair Johnson's playing. What are you talking about? Stop talking nonsense. Alistair Johnston's playing. Right, I'm done. You can all talk amongst yourselves. On that note, have a fantastic day to all you Celtic fans.